Hi. All right. I think we're on. I think we are. All right. I'm Jacqui. Hi. It's another week. It's a Tuesday. Whoa. It is Scentsy chat night. For those of you who are not yet familiar, I'm Jacqui Duran. I'm an independent Scentsy consultant. And every single Tuesday night since the beginning of this year, I have made a commitment to come on and do a live video training chat kind of thingy every single Tuesday. And I think we're in what week? 22. Week 22. Pretty sure that's it. I wrote this agenda at 10 o'clock this morning. So we're going on almost 12 hours since then. I'm hoping that I was correct without looking. So if I'm off in my weeks, I'll go back and I'll fix it. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of anxiety because my birthday was yesterday. Yay! No, I'm not 21 anymore. It's becoming increasingly clear that I am not, though I did get carded. So, yeah, that waiter got a super huge tip from me. Thank you for making my birthday awesome. That's all you have to do is card me. That's it. Anyway, yesterday was my birthday, and so my husband and I we saw a deal, and we had an upgrade available on our phones, so we did that. And you know, when you're in the middle of Best Buy and you've had your eye on this new like computer or tablet thing, and you now have some Best Buy gift cards in your hand because you just traded in and upgraded your phones, well, you know, why not throw them on to a new computer and cut your price down? So that's what I did. So we purchased the new Surface 3. And so tonight is the very first time that I'm using my webcam. I am recording and hoping that this is coming through, because otherwise you guys are either just hearing my voice and not seeing me, or you're not getting anything at all. So hopefully all of the above is not true, and I'm coming clear and through to you tonight live. So we'll have to see. I mean, since I'm the only one in the room, I have like really nothing to look at but me. But it looks a lot clearer than my laptop, which is a HP Pavilion, which it's not a horrible laptop by any means, but the webcam, you guys have heard me complain about that enough. This one looks a lot clearer. I really want to, look, I can hold things up to the camera and it doesn't glare. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to get over my girl fan moment with Microsoft and move on to what you're really here for. So anyway, welcome. You guys know, like I said, we do this every single week. So feel free to make sure that you are subscribing, because that's the most important part. Because in that way, when you subscribe, you won't miss any of these lovely, amazing, you know, super impressive training videos that I do. They're not super impressive. Otherwise, since you would be like knocking on my door saying, Jacqui, you should move to Idaho and work for us. They're not doing that yet. I'll let you know. But anyway, if you subscribe, that way you can be caught up. And hopefully, I mean, my whole intent with these weekly chats and live hangouts, and then later on and playback on YouTube, is that the ideas that I give you hopefully will motivate you, maybe inspire you. You can take, you know, pieces of what you can here and there and make it work for you in your business, because ultimately that's the whole goal for me, is to help all of you, and of course my direct downline and team, with working your business because I want you all to succeed. So regardless of whether you're on my team or not, I want you to succeed. And so my way of giving back is to share tips and tricks that either I do or want to do or think are really awesome ideas. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for subscribing and sharing. Feel free to share these with your team if you feel that they're helpful and I don't ramble on too much. So this month, my little bit of housekeeping is just a reminder, we do have our Join in June promotion. I've already welcomed 2 new team members to my team this month, and so I'm so incredibly excited for them. Letitia and Whitney have joined. They're going to be amazing because these girls have really done their homework, and I honestly, I can't wait to watch them on their journey and see all that they're going to do and how much they're going to love Scentsy as much as I do. And I think that's like the coolest part for me, is getting to experience that with them, because it's almost like, for me, it's almost like getting to start again when I have a new team member. So my team member last month, who joined, she is almost a certified, and so I'm rooting her on. She is doing amazing, and like I said, I know that Whitney and Letitia are going to knock it out of the ballpark. I have absolutely no doubt. But you need to be talking about joining in June to your people who are on the fence, and those who maybe are not on the fence and have no idea that they have been on the fence and that they need to be joining Scentsy. So you need to be sharing your Scentsy spirit, talking about it, letting them know that first of all, they get the bonus of free shipping on their starter kit. And then they also, if they earn Shooting Star, which is within their first 15 days, then they get almost a little over $300 of product absolutely free. So it's an amazing deal. And then also, just FYI, when you hit $500 in PRV, you start out at 20% commission. You just earn the money for your starter kit right back. So it was like you've already cleared the board, right? You were even with the men. And so anything after those first 15 days, because you're going to earn, or you're going to sell $500 in your first 15 days. So you can look at anything after those first 15 days, profit. Plus you get all that swag from Scentsy. So make sure you're reaching out, you're talking to people. Bring Back My Bar is still happening, of course, and it's amazing. My direct downline, if you haven't yet, if you're watching this video and maybe you haven't caught our Facebook group page, make sure you do, because I've got some Bring Back My Bar news for you on there. So make sure that you're checking that and let me know. Text me, email me, message me, comment there in the Facebook group. Holla at me. And yeah, so you'll see. And remember, Bring Back My Bar, again, you really have to keep Bring Back My Bar alive. I almost look at it like a Facebook party, because people, even your loyal Scentsy customers, if they aren't keeping up to remember that Bring Back My Bar is only happening in June, well, they may not realize that it's only happening in June, or they may have missed your post in Facebook. So make sure that you're reaching out to them in some other shape or form, whether that's a text, whether that's a snail mail, postal thing, whether that's a phone call, an email, whatever. But make sure that you are getting a hold of them and reminding them Bring Back My Bar is here. It is available, and it's going to end June 30th. So they need to get those orders in. And tonight, here's my anxiety. We are going to work on the Scentsy Workstation. I promised you guys some more interaction last week, and so I thought this week we were going to I was going to screen share and kind of show you a little bit around the workstation. So because we're doing our Join in June promotion, so we're hopefully having a lot of new team members joining Scentsy, your teams and mine, and so I thought it was just a good enough time as any to go ahead and do a quick walkthrough of the workstation. Because honestly, even as a consultant, I don't think it probably wasn't until maybe at least the first year being a consultant, I really didn't even know what all the workstation did. And back when, you know, I was starting out, it wasn't even as cool as it is now. So there's a lot that's capable of being done in the workstation. So even for you who maybe you've been a consultant for like 6 months or something, you hopefully you might learn something by going through this tonight that maybe you didn't know. So, whoa. So the workstation, you know, it can be a little intimidating for maybe somebody who's not like very computer techie savvy. I myself am a computer tech geek nerd in every shape, sense, form of the word. I'm a nerd. And so I love computers and I love messing around with it and I love working on them. So not hardware. I'm not a hardware person. I'm a software person. So I love doing that, learning new programs. And so the workstation for me wasn't a big deal, but it wasn't until I was working with a team member at one point in time, and they were just like, oh my God, you know, I'm not into this whole computer thing. And I don't, you know, it gave them anxiety just to get onto the workstation. And I don't want any of you to feel like that, because honestly, there's no anxiety to be had, because you know, it's awesome. The workstation is basically, this is your back office, right? This is where, there's my cat on the bed. Gosh, I laugh at her every time. Poor Lily. I love you, baby girl. Yes, I do. She might be giving me the death stare, but she loves me and her little cat heart. She loves me. So yes, your workstation is your back office. So basically that is where the meat of your business happens, right? And when I say the meat of your business, so that is where you are entering orders. That's where you're closing out parties, you're figuring host rewards, you're managing your contacts, your customers, your newsletter. You're able to, when you have a team, you can run report. Well, even if you don't have a team, you can run reports. It can just be all on your business and your sales and everything else that you've done. But when you have a team, it's really amazing, because then you can pull everything out. You can run reports of anything you want. If you wanted to run a report to see what everybody's lifetime PRV is, then you can quickly go in and do that. If you want to go in and see maybe who made Shooting Star, or where they're at in becoming certified, because it's a really great tool as a leader when you start building your team, so that way you can help your new recruits by giving them, again, their Shooting Star date. So that's their first 15 days. And then their sensational start date, which is their first 70 days. And it's being able to go in there, run those reports and see it in real time. I mean, everything's real time. So you can go in there and pull that stuff and be able to help them. And then, of course, show them how they can go in there and look at that stuff on their own. And I very quickly, and because yesterday was my birthday. And so I took Friday off of work and I took Monday off of work. And that was, every year I do that as a birthday present to me, is taking my birthday off. And it kind of depends on where it lies, you know, from year to year on which days I take off. But this year it was on a Monday. So I was like, it's like a no-brainer. I have to have Friday off too, so I can be a 4-day weekend. And I got so much done, but I feel like I kind of disconnected myself from everything, because all right, I'm going to ramble for a short second. At my day job, I have the ability to telecommute, and so I can remote access in, and I can work from home and things like that, right? And I have this really bad habit. My on-off switch and my brain is broken. Like that lever broke like years ago. So when I come home, and like right now, this is prime time, my little one goes to bed at 9 o'clock. So anything between 9 and like 11, because I try to be in bed by 11. Some nights it doesn't happen and I get overwhelmed. But that's like my crunch time. So that's like when I can get a lot of my Scentsy work done. I can go through and follow up with, even if it's, I don't really have Scentsy work to do, then some nights it might just be, I'm going to catch up on Facebook because, during the day when I'm at work, I can't check Facebook a whole heck of a lot unless it's a quick scroll through or something. So, it might be that. It might just be, it's been a crazy day. I want to surf Pinterest for an hour and a half before I go to bed. It might be one of those days. But I feel like all out of sorts because I have this, like I said, I have this bad habit because I have the ability to work remotely for my day job. I have this bad habit of trying to work ahead and get ready for my next day. So sometimes at night, I will be sitting there going, oh, okay, well, let me go ahead, pop online real quick. Let me see what my schedule looks like, what meetings I've got, or if I'm teaching any classes, or if, I've got reports due or whatever's going on. Maybe I can get a couple of those things done. So yeah. And then before I know it, it's like 11:45 and I'm like, I just spent 2 hours of my life doing more work when I could have been surfing Pinterest. So that on and off switch is broken in my head. And so I made the conscious decision to give myself a little bit of head health. And that was to make sure that I did not log into my work. I told my staff, I was like, I'm really, really, really going to take PTO days. I'm truly not going to be online because I'll tell them I'm going to take a PTO day and then they'll get an email from me. They're like, you weren't really off, were you? No. So I made that promise to myself I was going to stay away. And so I did. And so I got a little behind in my own Scentsy emails and my personal emails. And so I feel all out of sorts. So for those of you who maybe have emailed me and you're like, why is Jacqui ignoring me? I'm totally not ignoring you. I'm simply catching up because I really did have a birthday and I gave a present to me and I found a way to turn that switch off for a couple days. So yes. I did have one question from one of my new team members, Letitia, and her question was about PRV. And so I thought it would be a really good time to address that because I know she tries to catch on to, she's watching now. Hi, Letitia. She tries to catch on live when she can. And if not, I know that she watches playback. So if I cross her, hopefully this is answering her question in the meantime. Her question was that in regards to PRV, and I'm talking about this now because we're talking about the workstation. So when you're when you're entering in an order in your workstation, you can see that you've got PRV, which is like the retail sale price, right? That's what we use for our PRV. It's our personal retail volume. And so that's what we're going to get paid commission on, right? That's like the base. So let me break this down even a little bit easier. Let's say that I have a customer who ordered a $35 warmer, and she ordered a $35 warmer, and then her tax was $2.50, and then she paid shipping of $6 for that saver shipping. So her $35 warmer has now turned into 44. We'll say 44. I'm going to round up. $44, right? Well, I'm not going to get $44 in PRV because I'm not getting paid commission on the tax and the shipping, right? I am just getting paid commission on the actual sale price of the item. So the retail price of that item happens to be $35. So even though my customer paid like 44 or something, whatever it is, I'm not getting 44 something in PRV. I'm getting 35 in PRV, and that's going to go in my month bank of PRV, right? For the month. So her question was, if somebody orders online through her website, how does that count with her PRV, and does it count with PRV? And yes, it does. So any sales that happen within a month, because our commissions are month to month based, and I love that because I'm in accounting and I love being able to close out the books at the end of every month. That's just how my brain works. So Scentsy just, it's right in there with me. So all the commissions that you are earning for the month that you're in. So for example, this month of June, any commissions or any sales that have gone in from June 1st to midnight Mountain Time on June 30th are going to count for my June commissions, right? Anything in there, whether somebody went on the website and ordered in, whether they gave me their order and then I went into my workstation and input it in. Maybe they went on and just bought a gift certificate, whatever. Anything that is redeemed or bought during the month of June is going to count for my June PRV. Doesn't matter what source it's coming from. So yes, that will count if somebody's ordering through your website and not just directly through you. The only difference with that is, let's say I have a party. Let's say I open a party on my workstation today. And for some odd reason, I say, okay, this is going to be like what I call a rolling party, right? This is just a party that I'm going to open that I'm going to add to all throughout this month. And then maybe I'll add to some the next month, because what I do is I take all of the individual orders that I get throughout the week, because every week I submit a weekly order. And so on Fridays is my order day, and I will take all of my customers' orders and combine them, like if they're not within a party, combine them so that way they are all in one order, and I can save them shipping by doing that. And sometimes it equals up to 150, and then everybody gets the free shipping. And other times, if not, then they may pay like another extra $1 or something. So everybody's like throwing into the shipping bank, so to speak, so we can kind of combine orders, right? So it's like a mini party. But what I do is I submit those through my website or have them submit them. And that way, once they're shipping all to one address, it will qualify for free shipping. If you ship to different addresses, that's when it gets different. You'll actually have shipping costs involved there. But my point is, so like, let's say I've got this rolling party that I'm just adding to consistently with all these little individual orders that I have, right? So I'm going to say at the end of June, let's say I'm up to $200 on this party, but I'm like, I don't want to close it yet, because I know I've got like 4 or 5 orders that people are going to place in July, like that first week of July. So I'm going to want to add those on, and I can kind of keep it rolling. So even though it's a party that I opened in June, again, only the orders that I submitted within the month of June are going to count for my June commission. Even though the party's still open, but maybe somebody orders on July 7th, that's going to count towards July's commission, right? July's PRV, not June. I hope, Letitia, I hope that answers your question. I'm still going to follow up with you in email when I get off of here, but I didn't want you to think that I was like ignoring you or forgetting about you. I totally was trying to have a birthday moment, and I did. It was amazing. So anyway, hopefully that helps you guys too out there as well with in regards to PRV or your workstation. So anyway, so since the workstation is your back office, right? Again, that's where we're going to basically do everything. That's where we're kind of running our business. So I really want you to picture in your mind, like that is your office. You might have your home office, but this is your office, right? Like if you were in a business, that was your office. And I totally encourage you to play with the workstation, because you can't break it. You can't accidentally order something unless you physically key in your credit card number. Nothing's going to be, you're not going to be like, oops, I just did this whole order of $150. Not unless you put in your credit card. It's not going anywhere. So go in there, play around with things, click on things. It's all clickable. You're not going to mess anything up. It's fine. That is honestly the best way to learn your workstation, is to simply get in there and be hands-on and just mess with it. So just remember, you don't have to be a computer whiz. It is not scary. And you don't have to be a nerd and a geek like me just to work in your workstation. You don't. So yeah, don't let it intimidate you. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Speaking of nerd geeky ways, all right, peeps. We are going to attempt to share my screen. I'm only laughing because I've never done it yet. At least not on here anyway. So go ahead and keep your fingers crossed for me. Let's see how this goes. Come on, baby. Work for mama. Work for mama. No. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's try again. I only have 2 choices on my screen here. Donuts. I really wish I knew what I was doing wrong. So that way I could correct it. Sorry, I'm going to shorten my screen here. And let me try. I'm going to try something here. I can't see you right now because I'm trying to pull this up. So. Ah, do you see what happens when you play with things? Okay. Hopefully you're seeing this. Okay. I am signing in to my workstation. All right. So those of you on the fencers, this is what our Scentsy Workstation looks like. It's amazing. I told you it was a back office. So just very quickly, I'm just going to do a brief high-level overview here. So I'm not going to get too detailed and blow your mind just yet. We can save that for another time. But I thought what would be a really good thing is to very quickly, I'm just going to go through the tabs, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put in a very quick mock order because I wanted to show you guys the host rewards because I want to make sure that everybody is taking advantage of their host rewards and making sure that they are understanding how they should be used. So obviously this is our home page. You'll get the breaking news right here on your home page, which is amazing. And again, from an old school Scentsy gal, I'm going to tell you that your workstation didn't used to be as mobile friendly. It used to be really hard to read if you were on your phone. And I know a lot of, if not a good part of my personal downline actually uses their phone for the majority of all their Scentsy stuff. So a lot of their business is actually done using the mobile version. And now the workstation has gotten so mobile friendly. So it's great. So just because you're not on a computer or laptop or tablet or whatever, you're still going to get the same great and amazing abilities with your workstation, regardless of which platform you're on. Or means of getting there, I guess I should say. But a couple tabs I'm going to point out very quickly are your news tab. You should be looking at your news tab. I want you to try to make it a goal to look at your news tab at least once a month. I would prefer that you did it once a week, sometimes more, especially if we're in a busy season like a holiday season, or if we've got a big sale going on, things like that. I recommend that you're in your workstation a heck of a lot more than that. I would say at least on a daily basis. If you're really working your business like you should be, that's going to be what you're going to want to do. But, you know, I know that we're all busy. I know that we are. So if it's easier to make yourself a goal of saying, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I check it the first Monday of every month and at least get the news that comes out for the month, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Or maybe you're going to be a little bit more ambitious and say, okay, I'm going to make sure that I check it every other Monday. And every other Monday, I'm going to make sure I'm at least logging on just to check my news tab. I'd really like to see you all checking it at least a minimum of weekly. So like every Monday, get on and check your news tab. Try. Again, you can do it on mobile. It's very quick and easy, guys, but you're going to get a lot of updated information right from your news tab, and it's awesome. And very quickly on here, I'm going to show you one of the most amazing things. If we come down here, and you'll see here on my screen, it says under most recent, back order and partial ship. So this is going to be one of your BFFs, especially during the holiday season, guys. This is where they're going to update us with any back order or partial shipment items. So what that means is any items that happen to be on back order at this moment in time. Currently, you'll see the majority of things that are on here are layers line, which, you know, that just tells you right there that we are really doing well with our layers line. The sugar body lotion, gosh, that's pushed out to the 2nd of July, but oh my gosh, it'll be amazing. I love the sugars lotion. Oh my goodness, it's fantastic. But anyway, especially when you've got parties out, or if you're going to a home party, again, very quickly, pull it up on your mobile. You can check these dates. And just because you have an order, or maybe you're at a party and somebody's like, oh my gosh, I have got to have the sugars hand cream. Or the sugar hand cream. I have to have it. It's okay to be able to let them know, hey, just a heads up, you know, here I'm pulling up my workstation right here on my phone while we're talking, because I remember that there's some layers products on there that are back ordered. But I want to let you know that yes, it's on back order, but don't worry, it is going to ship at or before June 17th. And again, if you're checking your news tab, you'll be able to see if that date changes. I will say though, just because there might be one item on the order that is on the back order list, it doesn't mean that the whole order is going to freeze and not ship, holding for that one item. The rest of the order will ship. The only thing that will not ship will obviously be the back ordered item or items. So those will just ship separately, and there will be no extra shipping charge or anything like that. So it doesn't mean that the whole order is now just in the trash can waiting. But it does mean that, you know, that particular product is not going to ship right away with the rest of everything else. But especially during the holiday season, this needs to be your BFF, because I will tell you from experience, the holiday season is insane. And with as many orders as we have going in and everything else, any promotions, things like that, sometimes we have flash sales. So, you know, you need to be in the know. This needs to be your BFF during those times, and any other time throughout the year that we've got like a major sale going on. So next up, you've got your account tab. I am not going to click on that just because it's got my personal information right there on the front page, and I have no way to block it out at the moment. But that would be, for all of you consultants, that would be where you can go to sign up for Scent and Warmer of the Month. You can manage your website subscription. Remember, just joining, it is free for your first 3 months. It's an awesome deal in and of itself, because your website is fantabulous, people. You need to, I think, if nothing else, if there's no other investment you put into your business, it needs to go towards your website fee. Again, for your first 3 months, it is free. After those 3 months, it's just a $10 charge. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, I don't really need a website. I mean, I have got catalogs. They can just order through me. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't have your workstation. You always have that regardless of anything, as long as you're an active consultant. But remember, the only way that somebody can join your team is to go on your website and join. They cannot call Scentsy unless they were a previous consultant. That is the only caveat to that. Those previous consultants who maybe want to sign up under you, they have to call Scentsy. That's the only way they can sign up to not have any reinstatement fees. But for all new consultants, they have to go through a workstation. So if you don't have a website, that means if they really want to join, they're going to find another consultant who has one. So I recommend it for that purpose. I also recommend it because, you know, I truly think that it's a good investment to give into your business. It's $10 a month. You can pull it off of your commission card, so that way it's not even hitting your personal account, anything like that. I think that it's a very imperative, because like I said, it's good for marketing purposes. You want to give those customers an ability to shop online when they want, to browse online when they want. And then also every single month, the newsletter comes out. Scentsy sends a newsletter out, and that newsletter comes out the first Wednesday of every month. And it will only go out if you have an active website. So if you don't have a website, it's not going to happen. But anyway, we can go into more of that later. Your contacts tab, again, I'm not going to click on that because it's going to pull up all of my or at least the first portion of my customer, because your contacts tab is where all of your customer information lives. So because it's showing names and addresses and phone numbers of my customers, I am not going to violate their privacy in any means, even slightly, just to show you guys that. But go in there and click on your contacts tab, and that's where you'll be able to see where all of your customer information is stored. The orders tab is where we're going to go, and we're going to put in a very, maybe we're going to put in a quick order. Your team, you can actually go into that, and you can see your downline from there if you actually have one, and then it will show it in a table. So it's a very quick format. Again, I'm not going to show that because it's got their full names and their consultant IDs, and I don't want, again, I'm not going to violate anybody's privacy that way. Events, this tab obviously is for events. And with events, obviously, this is where, like, you can sign up for Scentsy Reunion that's coming up. When we have Spring Sprint, things like that, when we have incentives, this is where you go to sign up for those. And you'll see, look, we've got the Australia, the London. Oh my gosh, we've got, so it's amazing. Performance tab, this is where you can go to actually check on your personal performance. You can check on your team's performance. You can run your reports. All of that comes out of that performance tab. Challenges, this is for Ascent Academy. So you can go in here, and this is really fun to be able to do because you can go down here to the calendar, and it will give you like suggestions on tips. Like, this is what you can do today. So like today's tip was learn how to boost your sales. Hopefully you can see this little pop-up window. It says learn how to boost your sales. Tuesday's training day. Attend a training with your upline. Listen to a training call live at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, or explore the training center and find trainings or ideas to help you increase your sales this week. And so again, it's just another way to kind of keep you on track and keep you accountable for doing one thing every day for your business. And don't think that you have to do every single thing that's listed here. Even if, you know, again, if you're just starting off and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, make it a goal to say, you know what, on, you know, every week I'm going to pick one day and I'm going to try one thing. It doesn't have to be just because today is Tuesday, that's what I have to do. I could pick anything I wanted if I'm challenging myself. So, but at least try and do that. Your resource tab, guys, this is amazing. Telling you, your workstation is amazing. So this is where you can go to get any of the actual branded corporate materials. So if I've got my printer here at home and I wanted to print off some join and June brochures, or you know, this one page printout of Join in June, I can totally do that. I can just go here, it's going to pop up in a new window, and I can hit print, and bam, I've got those to pass around or post, whatever, put in orders, anything you want to do. Communication, as your communication tab, you can go in here. You can actually, this is where you can actually email out directly from your workstation. So if you've got downline, you can address an email to them. You can see here, you can customize this however you'd like, format it in any way possible. This is also where you can go. If you click over here, you can see the newsletter. This shows, since we are in June, the June newsletter has already gone out. I can see that right here because it says it went out on the 2nd. 60 of them went out. 100% of those 60 were delivered. And then identified visitors, it was 10. And then I had some people who clicked on from my newsletter when they got it in their email, clicked on it and went to my website. So it kind of breaks it down. So if you, again, however analytical you want to get with it, you certainly can from there. And then if you click on preview newsletter, you can do this at any time. Once they do the one for July, you'll be able to do that. So you can actually preview it before it goes out so you can see what it's going to say. But again, this is one of the perks of having that personal website, is being able to have that newsletter go out for you. So it's awesome. Support tab, that's where you can go for support. If you want to enter in a ticket item, it's a lot quicker to call. I will tell you that. We're going to go over here to our orders tab, and I'm just going to very quickly come over here, and we are going to put in a home party. And I'm going to do this super, super quick because I'm already late on time. I apologize again. If I wanted to, okay, this is where up here, I can select what type of party I'm having. So for this particular instance, well, actually, no, I'm going to keep it as a home party. I pretend like I did a home party today. I could do a home. Basket is normally what I would do for like all of my normal parties. You guys know me. I'm not lucky enough to have a whole bunch of home parties. So the basket parties are mainly what I use for my business. So use that and you can get the host rewards there. Fair and show and fundraiser, the host rewards work a little bit differently. So you can read up on that in your resource tab. Just search fundraiser. And then individual order, that's if you're just placing one order, you can put that in. But in order, it doesn't truly matter how you're going to put this in. It matters more on the back end for you. So if you're doing follow-up, going back to look at things, it's a lot easier to sort by order type and to look at it that way. But it truly doesn't matter. My two that I suggest to you are the home or the basket show. My favorite is just making everything a basket party. So it works out very well. Right here on these radio buttons, it says yes or no for show on PWS. So that means, do I want this to show on my website? So again, if I was setting this up for a home party, I could actually go in there and in a basket party, I can go in there and make it to where it will show on my website when they show up. So they know, I can say, hey, click on Kelly's name when you're at checkout. And then that way it'll be applied to her party. So that's kind of what I do. I name everything by the host name usually. Do you want to use Party Planner? That's where you can actually send an email to your host and it will allow them to send out an email from your email to invite their customers. Name of the party. Obviously, you can name it whatever you would like. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to say fun for now. Oops. I don't know if it went in there twice. Okay, fun. And we're going to say it happened today, but I can toggle back and forth on those dates. I could use myself as the host. I'll do that very quickly. It's going to autofill my info. And then when I scroll down here, I want it to ship to host or consultant. In this case, I'm both. So it doesn't really matter which one I clicked on, but I just happen to click on that. All right, so now I'm ready to go. So here we go. All right, I am going to order. I'm going to say, bringing back my bar sampler, and for the means of time frame, I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 of those. Add to my cart. Okay, bam, it's a party. Yes, it truly is a party, right? It's a party. That's 40 stinking bars of bring back my bar. Okay, so you'll see here, once you reach, remember your minimum sales is 150, right? Or your minimum sales for a party to become a party is 150. So you'll see now that I'm at 170, all of this lit up over here. So this tells me where my host rewards are. This tells me that I've now earned 1 half price host reward. There is 1 perpetual party reward that can be redeemed. And then that's where we call our free Scentsy. So that's our host credit. Our host has the ability to use their host credit on any item they want in the catalog. So if it's maybe a warmer maybe it's a plug-in that's $20, I could still use that host credit towards it. I would just go over $3 and they would have to pay $3 towards that. So $3 for a nightlight warmer. Awesome. Did I just call it a plug-in? Sorry. Now, one thing that you'll notice, and you might have asked this before, is you'll see over here, it says host reward fee, $5. You're like, what the heck? Why is there a fee for being a host? There's not, but it's there for a purpose. It's there to show you need to take host rewards. It's trying to remind you. So in order to take these host rewards over here that we've earned, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our half price. We've got 1 of those. So we're going to come over here again for the interest of time. I am just picking something. I'm just going to pick the top thing here. I'm going to order a zebra dish. Okay. So there it is. Half price. Notice I did not actually earn PRV. You do not earn PRV on host rewards. It's because these are discounted. We are not buying these at retail, right? $4 is not retail for a dish. It's $8 is retail. That's the reason I'm not earning PRV, okay, on any host rewards that I put in. But now I want to go ahead and take that host credit. Again, I'm just going to pull up whatever happens to pull up. I'm trying to pick something that would be over $17. And there's that because I wanted to show you. So see, there is, okay, you'll see that my host credit was $17. So I went over by 18 because that warmer is actually 35 total, right? So it's actually going to charge me $18. And you'll see, because I had to pay out of pocket for that, that's why it's showing in the PRV column. So that's why I actually I earned PRV by getting that, or the, yeah, I did as a consultant. I'm earning PRV on that, right? But notice it didn't change my host total, right? My host total is still down there at 170. So that's what my host rewards are based off of. Just because I went over, yes, it counts towards my PRV as the consultant, but it doesn't up the host base amount, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you very quickly is that perpetual party reward. And a lot of people forget this thing. It's truly another half price item. And what this is meant for is for when your host is hosting a party, this is a great booking tool, because anybody who books a party off of their party, when that party closes, then you can give the perpetual party reward to them. You just need to add them as a guest. That's where you would click add a new guest, add them in there, along with any other guests you have. In this example, I'm just being the only one ordering. So you would just add them in. So let's say that Jacqui here, I'm not a consultant, I am a customer and a host, and I hosted a party, and my other friend Jacqui, she is hosting the party now. She's the one who booked a party from my party. So I'm going to give the perpetual party reward to me. That's why it's only showing me in the dropdown, because I haven't added any guests, because due to time constraints and I'm talking too much, I have not done that. Had made time for that. So anyway, there is still a perpetual party reward to be taken. So take it. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now, guys. If this is my party, right? And I didn't have anybody I didn't book a party off of somebody. So whatever, I don't have that as a booking gift to give back. Right. So you can do you can truly do whatever you want with it. You don't have to redeem it. Notice that $5 fee is gone. Okay. I don't have to redeem this, but guys, don't let this go to waste. This is an amazing opportunity, because you guys know, as consultants, we do not get a discount on Scentsy, right? We don't. So now this is truly up to you and how you work your business, but do not let it go to waste. So if that means that you don't have anybody who had booked a party off of this one and it's closing, use it for yourself. If maybe you're like, okay, hey, I really want a 3-pack of bars and I'd like to only pay $7 for them rather than $14, I could put a 3-pack of bars in there. Maybe you want to buy something, and this is where your combine and save products packages are really going to come in, because, like, for example, like the hand cream, the 6-pack of hand creams, you can get that at such a discount by ordering it that way. And then you actually have a lot of product on hand that you can go and use as host gifts, as customer thank you gifts, as whatever you would like. But basically, you're getting 6 hand creams. The retail price is $30, so I would only pay $15 for 6 of those. And so I've now gotten them at such a discount. It's awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can be nice to your customers. You know, maybe, you know, your host has just been amazing and this has been a great party and you just want to give back, and you can say, hey, you know what? I've got an extra half price reward. Would you like to use it? Or it doesn't even have to be a guest that's at that party. Maybe you have that one loyal customer who orders every single month, and, you know, they haven't joined, but they're, you know, they're a good loyal customer, and you would like to be able to give back to them. And you could call them up if you happen to have a party closing that is not using this perpetual party reward and say, hey, Shelly, this party is closing and you have been such an amazing customer to me every single month or over the last 6 months. And for me to say thank you, I wanted to ask you if there's any product that you would like to get at half price. And I would be more than happy to put that in. Guys, that is an amazing customer service thing that you can do for those loyal customers. So use that however you would like. Again, you don't have to take it, but my suggestion is take it. Take it, take it, take it. Because you're basically just letting a half price reward just be thrown in the trash. Don't do it. And maybe you don't have the extra money right now to actually order what you'd like. Like maybe you don't even have the extra $7 to do a half price 3-pack of bars, right? That's okay. Do a light bulb. It's $1. So if nothing else, it's a light bulb that you're putting in, you know, your like inventory at home, maybe, so you'll have a light bulb on hand in case a customer has one that goes out. So up here, again, this is where you would put it in, and I'll just show you very quickly. I'm just going to type in one letter because I don't even know what I'm typing at this point. I'm going to say it's this. I'm just picking the first thing that comes up. And guys, you do not have to have those items. See how the item numbers are there? You don't have to enter by item number. Notice how everything I've typed in, I've just started typing the word, and then I've just kind of selected from the downflow of that. So you do not have to have those item numbers. I tell all my customers and my hosts, don't pay attention to those. Just write the name. Just make sure you write it legibly on the order form and we're fine. So there you go. You can see that we've taken all of our host rewards. We are good to go. We are ready to check out at $212.12 is the party total. And it will tell you right here and now how much PRV you're going to earn from this party, right? So the PRV I'm going to earn out of this party is $188. That's the PRV I'm going to put into my June sales, right? And that's going to count towards my PRV for the month of June. And that's what I'm going to get paid out on for my commission. Here, obviously, this is your credit card screen. So this is where you're able to do, you don't have to just put it all on one credit card. You can enter multiple credit cards here. So this is another great way that if you have multiple guests and they're maybe trying to order on the website, offer to do it for them because you're able to enter in their individual card numbers here. This is the only way to do it. When people are ordering or you are ordering from your website, you cannot enter more than one. You can only enter one card number. Okay. Even if you're ordering for you and your mom's like, here, I want to use my card. And you're like, okay. And I want to use my card. You can't. You'd have to put it either on one and then pay each other off. How are you going to do it? Or you give it to Jacqui, your amazing consultant, and Jacqui will put it in for you and split those card numbers out. But this is the only way you can do it is through your workstation. But again, you can enter, I could enter in 8 different account or credit cards if I wanted to, or if I needed to work. And you'll see every time that you enter a credit card, it will bring that balance down or balance due down, and you'll know where you're at. If there were more guests, you would see it broken out over here, but this will actually break it out by guest. So if it was me and like 3 other people, it would show me individual totals over there. So that's a good thing. Tax is figured on where the party is shipping to. So this is the tax rate for me and my address because that's where it's shipping to. If it was shipping somewhere else, the tax rate would be calculated based on where the order is being delivered, not by where it was, not by where the party took place, by where it's being delivered. That is where the tax is figured on. All right, so I am going to apologize for doing such a very quick and crazy overview of the workstation, but sorry. Go figure, I ran over in time. I hope some of this helps. All right. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I truly apologize. I love you all. I will see you again maybe this week. I will probably do another video. If you guys have topics for next week, then shoot me those topics. I haven't been able to see the chat box over here, so I apologize. But I'm going to go through and follow up with you guys. So if you've got suggestions for next week, have ideas, have something more that you want to see, or I've just gone way too fast for you, don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. I'm more than happy to answer your questions, regardless if you're on my team or not. So don't hesitate. All right. That's it. Sorry, I took up so much of your time. Peace, love, happiness. If I don't talk to you before, I will see you again next Tuesday. Bye, people. Have a great rest of your week.